Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a really important topic, one that a lot of us might face, but let's be honest, very few of us actually plan for: how to pay for long-term care. Now, I know it can feel like a huge, overwhelming subject, but stick with me. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a clear roadmap to protect your savings and get some real peace of mind.
Okay, so first things first, what in the world is custodial care? Well, it's actually pretty simple. This isn't medical care from a doctor or a nurse. It's all about hands-on help with the basic everyday stuff. Things like bathing, getting dressed, eating, or just getting around the house. Think of it as the support that helps you or someone you love live safely and with dignity when those daily activities get a little tougher.
And this is why planning is so critical. I mean, just take a look at these estimated annual costs. We're talking about numbers that can start at around $24,000 a year and shoot up to over $100,000 for a nursing home. For most of us, seeing these numbers makes it really clear that just hoping your savings account will cover it is a huge gamble. It could wipe out a lifetime of hard work in just a couple of years.
So, how do you even begin to tackle a challenge this big? Well, we've broken it down into a really simple roadmap. First, we'll dive into insurance-based strategies. Then we'll check out some government programs that might be able to help. After that, we'll talk about using your own personal assets. And then, the best part, we'll show you how to pull all these pieces together to build a plan that's right for you.
All right, let's start with our first strategy, insurance. The main idea behind any kind of insurance is leverage. It's about paying a smaller, predictable amount now to protect your savings from a massive, totally unpredictable expense later on, like the ones we just saw. When it comes to this, there are really two main paths you can take. On one side, you've got traditional long-term care insurance. This is a dedicated policy just for care. The only catch is, if you never need it, that money is gone. It's a use it or lose it situation. But on the other side, you have a hybrid life insurance policy, which is really interesting. It lets you use the money for your care if you need it. But, and this is a big but, if you don't need care, the full amount goes to your family when you pass away. So you're basically choosing between a dedicated care-only plan or a flexible one that covers either your care or your legacy. Another really powerful option is an annuity. The easiest way to think about an annuity is as a tool that creates a guaranteed paycheck for life. And you can add this special feature, it's usually called a rider, that acts like a pay raise specifically for your care. So if you end up needing help with those daily activities, your guaranteed income check automatically gets bigger to help you cover the costs. It's all about creating a predictable stream of cash right when you need it most. Okay, so beyond private insurance, there's another whole layer of protection out there: public programs. These can be an absolutely critical safety net, but they work very differently, and you gotta know the rules, because they're strict. The two biggest players here are Medicaid and the VA Aid and Attendance Program. As you can see, Medicaid is really designed for folks with low assets and income, but it can provide some seriously extensive care. And for our veterans and their spouses, the VA program can give you a tax-free monthly payment to help with care costs. The main takeaway here is that both of these are amazing resources, but they aren't for everybody. You have to meet very strict financial or service-related requirements to qualify. Now, for our third strategy, and it's the one most people probably think of first, just using your own money. This is often called private pay, and while it gives you the most control, it also, by far, carries the biggest financial risk. And this brings us to the most important question you have to ask yourself. And be honest. Can you really afford to pay for care out of pocket, maybe for months or even years? I mean, when care can easily cost over $100,000 a year, a long-term illness could not only drain your savings, but also threaten the financial security of your spouse and your family. So if you decide to self-fund, you're really looking at two main sources. You can use your cash and investments, which gives you total flexibility, or you could tap into the value of your home, maybe through something like a reverse mortgage that pays you while you get to stay put. But there's a really clear trade-off, right? You're either spending down your retirement nest egg, or you're reducing the value of the home you were planning to pass on to your family. Okay, we've looked at the insurance tools, we've looked at the public safety nets, and we've talked about the self-funding options. So now it's time to pull out the blueprint and figure out how to put all these pieces together for your own unique situation. And this right here brings us to probably the most important insight of this entire explainer. The smartest plan isn't about picking just one option. It's about blending. A really great plan often combines the leverage of an insurance product, the safety net of a public benefit you qualify for, and the flexibility of your own cash. This table shows exactly how that blending works for different people in the real world. For a healthy couple in their 50s, a shared long-term care policy is a great way to protect their retirement savings. But look at the low-income veteran. For them, combining their VA benefits with Medicaid is a much more powerful and affordable strategy. See, there is no one-size-fits-all answer here. It's all about building a plan for your specific life. So, where do you start? Here are 5 practical steps. Number 1. Don't wait until symptoms appear. By then, it can be too late for many insurance options. 2. The sweet spot for planning is usually between ages 50 and 60 to get better rates. 3. If you have a spouse, always get quotes that include shared benefits. 4. A smart goal is to cover the gap between your income and care costs, not the entire 100%. And 5. Really consider working with an independent agent who isn't tied to just one company. They can shop around to find the absolute best fit for you.
We've covered a ton of ground, and it is totally natural to feel a bit overwhelmed by all of this. But just remember the real goal here. A solid plan isn't about worrying about the what-ifs. It's about taking control. It's about getting that peace of mind, knowing that if you ever need care, your financial future and your family's is safe and sound.
If you'd like some help navigating these options and building a blended strategy that fits your needs, we're here to help. At the Annuity Expert, our licensed agents can help you compare strategies for funding custodial care, and our services are always completely free. You can reach us at the number on your screen or visit us online at annuityexpertadvice.com. Thanks so much for watching.